Hi guys, welcome. So for the record, I have met amazing, wonderful people in the world of ballroom dance. But there are unethical and illegal things that go on in our industry, just like any other industry, okay? I have touched on this topic in previous videos, but it's something I feel very strongly about. And so I just can't get word out enough about this issue. So what I'm going to talk about today is totally public record, okay? I do not personally know this person. It is in the US where I teach, and in our country, everyone is innocent until proven guilty. And this news came out 2 days ago. The former co-owner of a dance studio was accused of SA, and I will use some different terminology here because my understanding is YouTube will swipe your channel if there are certain offensive words used, but I think we're pretty familiar with this issue. And anyway, they were recently arrested, spent a week in jail in Arizona. The U.S. Marshals, the federal U.S. Marshals, picked up Nicholas Murphy in the end of November for allegedly violating the terms of his pretrial release. Okay, guys. Specifically, he accessed the internet without monitoring software, without permission from pretrial services, and also he talked on the phone with multiple people under the age of 18, numerous times with zero supervision. And he was released from custody 4 days ago. Okay, guys. Under the court modified following conditions. He is not allowed to use a computer for any purpose, even for work, without monitoring software. And I'm assuming he's very explicitly, probably before, told not to talk with minors. And he's ordered back to court where he will face the judge in Omaha. I believe that's going to be in 2 weeks. Most important for the purposes of today's video, these things do happen in ballroom dance studios, and they often happen, okay, guys? I don't think it's statistically higher than any other industry where people work with kids, okay, for the record. The vast majority of people are ethical, kind, family-oriented, would never dream of doing things like this. But the difference is, in my opinion, I have seen with my own eyes when parents go into a ballroom dance studio, they let their guard down. And they assume, oh, it's a dance studio, kids are here, this must be a safe place. Or there's many eyes on my child when I'm not here, even in the same room. Nothing would ever happen. Guys, bad news. I have seen this in my own studio several times. And with my personal friends in the world of ballroom dance who grew up in this industry, okay? It happens. And the scary thing is, guys, not one of the cases that I know of personally ever went to trial. And here's why. None of these people came forward as kids. None are willing to come forward as adults because they feel that it was somehow that they were willing participants, that they were in love, that they were somehow at fault. They're ashamed of what they did. Now, you and I know this is not their fault. A child is a victim, period. I don't care if they waltz into that dance lesson stark naked. That is a abuser and an opportunistic predator. But I can tell you this, at least in Oregon, which is the state where I teach, the law will not prosecute these cases of child predation. if the person comes forward as an adult and they are unwilling to testify, or B, they have, I don't know what it's called, but some sort of age range grace period. And it's something like, okay, well, if they're in 5 years of each other's age, we're not going to prosecute, because these things, the jury often has sympathy for people closer in age. Like, oh, well, but maybe they legitimately had a relationship. None of these situations I have experienced involved anyone within that age grace range, but they all have involved people not saying anything until they were adults and being unwilling to testify. Okay, guys, I don't know how that is in your state or your country, but I'm just sharing my experience here. And I was specifically told this by the police in an incident that happened in my studio. I might share that in another video, just because I think this is such an important message, okay, guys? And in talking to the victims, honestly, I believe them. I know these people, they're good people, they're honest people. And you know what? Even if someone is making it up, I really don't buy that they're all making it up. And I always worry about tip of the iceberg, you know, guys. It's scary. So unfortunately, you know, this is what predators do. They make the victim feel like they're responsible or part of it, or they're being naughty, or their kid is in love. We know this is not true, but I'm just telling you what I've seen. And this would happen outside of dance studios too. So parents of minors who dance, okay, guys? I don't care how amazing your pro is, what a good teacher they are, what a good person they are, how much you trust them. Do not let your guard down just because it is a ballroom dance environment, okay? And though the majority are very good people, predators are extremely charming and innocent. And honestly, parents, they will groom you to trust them. So be present and vigilant. And honestly, if I had one warning more than anything else, I've never personally seen or heard of this happening inside of the studio. Okay, guys, it always happens when the teacher's driving the student somewhere, when the parent, I have no idea why they would do this, but they'll send them alone to a competition with that teacher. The teacher offers to help do something where they're driving the student somewhere, and then it happens either in that teacher's home, in a hotel, in a car, in a hotel room. Okay, guys, so I don't care how amazing and trustworthy your pro is. Please do not let your child be with them alone outside the studio. Probably safe not even inside the studio, but I personally don't know any stories of inside the studio, this kind of thing going on. And here's the second scary thing, guys. If it's not happening inside of the studio, and it's happening outside of your studio, there's no other eyes on them. The studio owner wouldn't have a clue. The other teachers wouldn't have a clue. The other kids wouldn't have a clue. And they could be abusing multiple kids, and the kids don't know about each other, guys. So anyway, sorry to be Debbie Downer today, but I just feel so strongly about this. And if you have a friend who has children in the world of ballroom dance, please do share this video with them. So this is my PSA today. So anyway, sorry to be Debbie Downer today. I just really think it's an important message. And if you ever have any doubt about what I'm saying, just YouTube and in search criteria say dance studio owner arrested or dance teacher arrested. And I guarantee there'll be umpteen videos that show up, and all of them have to do with children. So anyway, have a good day. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Bye, guys.